What is going on YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C Dub and I'm back with another video. Today I want to discuss intermittent fasting frequently asked questions. I wanted to tie them up into one video, so I'm going to do it right after this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy C Dub and I'm back with another video. Today I want to discuss intermittent fasting and just kind of bring in some questions that are always asked that you may have had answered on a video here and answered on a video there, but it's never really been put together in one video for you. So I figured the best thing for me to do was to hop right into that and answer these questions for you today. So I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. Let's just jump right on into the video. All right, the first question people ask is, what is intermittent fasting? And intermittent fasting is simply taking a period of time of not eating and combining that with a period of time of eating. And so ultimately that can be considered anything, and pretty much everybody does it every single day no matter what. You go to bed, you don't eat, you wake up, and even if you eat and you fasted for 8 hours, that's technically intermittent fasting on some level, I guess. But ultimately when people talk about it, they're talking about at least a 16-hour fast. So if you're fasting for 16 hours of not eating and eating for 8 hours or less, what is the metabolic health benefits of intermittent fasting? And the list of benefits is so new that it's very hard to give a definitive answer to. It helps with insulin resistance, leptin resistance. It helps with ghrelin resistance. If you don't know what those things are, I have other videos. You can check them out. Ultimately speaking, it is going to change your hormones. It's going to help you feel better throughout the day, and it's going to help your body do some of the things right that it may previously had not done. Is intermittent fasting safe? Absolutely, intermittent fasting is safe. Fasting for 6 hours a day will do nothing to you physically. I imagine there is some kind of health problems out there that you may have that it's recommended you don't fast for. So if you are going into intermittent fasting, you probably should check with your doctor if you have a health reason. But if you're a relatively healthy person, your intermittent fasting is going to be 100% safe for you. Is there a best time of day to practice? Your eating window can be open whenever you feel your eating window is best fits your lifestyle. There is some small scientific backing right now that says eating in the morning is better than eating at night. If you think about that logically, just eating in the morning, like let's say your 8-hour window starts at 7 in the morning. Starting your window at 7 in the morning, you're going to be way far away from eating by the time you're asleep. And when you're asleep, your body does most of its healing. So a lot of people do think that fasting in the morning is better, and there's a small bit of science that says that it may help you a little more. For me though, I don't think it's worth changing what's convenient for your lifestyle. We're talking about a minute, very small amount of benefit. Does not overweigh what you would do to fit it into your life. So if you want to eat with your family, eat with your family. Is there a best way to break your fast? And if it's a short-term 16-hour fast, I don't think there's really anything that you can do to do any kind of major problems there. But if you're going on a longer-term fast, it's always better to do water-based foods like watermelon, that kind of thing. That helps you break your fast. But anything healthy, I think, is the easiest way to break your fast. I know there's been a few times that I went straight into eating something very greasy and it really upset my stomach. So I do think that if you choose something a little healthier for the first a couple things you put in your body, it's a little better. But again, on a 16-hour fast, I don't think that you need to worry about that. What should I eat when I'm not fasting? That's a good question, and you hear a million different things, and people, this is going to be where they jump in and start spitting whatever diet they have at you. If you've watched this channel, you know that's not me. Eat whatever you want to eat. Now listen, if you're doing a 16 and 8, you got to be smarter than if you're doing OMAD like me. 16 and 8, you don't want to overeat, and you have a chance, 8 hours of eating, you definitely have a chance of overeating in that amount of time. So you should be conscious of your calorie counting and be smart about what you're doing. But ultimately, you can have freedom with intermittent fasting and even more freedom with OMAD. Is exercising okay while fasting? The answer to that is super easy. Yes, absolutely exercise your tail off. If you're talking about cardio, it'll only push you into the fat burning mode faster. If you're talking about weight training and you're worried about muscle breakdown, when you eat, your muscles will get the nutrition they need. So either way, you can get it done. Now, I will put the disclaimer that if you're trying to build muscle, maybe eating beforehand will be better for you, because there is a little teeny bit of more benefit to lifting weights while fed. But it's a small, again, it ended up being 2% more strength. To me, that's not even worth it. You absolutely can exercise while on a fasting protocol of 16 and 8, or really any fasting protocol. Will I lose muscle if I intermittent fast for a long period of time? And no, you're not going to lose any muscle. Actually, your body does several things with its hormones to protect your muscles when you're fasting. If you think about it, way back, our ancestors, they didn't get to eat very often, and when they weren't eating, they had to travel several distance, which also goes back to the exercising. These guys had to walk, run, do all kinds of different things, hunt, and they had to do that without eating. We don't burn muscle until it's a long time into the fast. And so our body goes into protective mode and literally helps the muscle. So you will not burn your muscles off. Should I intermittent fast if I am close to my ideal weight? The answer to that is going to be personal. But yes, I think intermittent fasting is healthy for everybody. And if you are, let's say, at your ideal weight, like right now, I'm not trying to lose any weight and I fast every single day. So I think that it is 100% okay to continue to intermittent fast after you've made your ideal weight, or even if right now you've never had a weight problem and you just want to get more healthy and you want to catch some of the benefits of intermittent fasting, go ahead and do it. Will you feel hungry when you intermittent fast? This is the one everybody wants to ask and wants to know. And in the beginning, you absolutely are going to feel hungry. I'm not going to stand here and lie. Your body has been programmed to eat when it does not have its food. It is going to be like, no, feed me. But if you grind it out, you stick with it, and you do what you need to do, sometime between day 1 and the 8th week of intermittent fasting, it's going to go away. Each person is different individually. You can comment down below how long it took for you if you're a veteran of intermittent fasting. But ultimately, it's going to happen. It's going to go away, and you're not going to be hungry anymore. But in the beginning, you absolutely will. How long does it take to get into ketosis? Ketosis is a place where your body is burning fat for fuel, and it shows up in your blood work. You can burn fat for fuel without it necessarily showing up, but when it shows up, you know that your body is running on fat. In order to get into ketosis, if you're a carb-based person that's never, done any kind of low-carb situation, it's going to take you a long time to get into ketosis, maybe as long as 72 hours. If you're a veteran of intermittent fasting, you've been into ketosis before, you've experimented with some long-term fasting and different things like that, I think you can get there within 16 hours or so, especially if you're exercising during your fasted window. But to each one of us, getting into ketosis is going to be different, and it also depends on what we ate the night before. Is it difficult to start intermittent fasting if we're used to snacking? Well, obviously, yes. It's going to be difficult to not get those snacks in. But if you do intermittent fasting the right way, and you're eating a lunch and dinner or a breakfast and lunch, or you're doing one meal a day, and you cut all snacking out of your life, you will get used to it. Just like you feel like you need the snacks, you'll learn that you don't need the snacks. So the best thing to do is to just get started. So I covered some questions that you guys may or may not have with intermittent fasting, but they're commonly asked questions that people want to know. And I want to encourage you that if you haven't started your journey, to go ahead and get started. Even if you have to start at 12 hours of fasting and 12 hours of eating just to get your feet wet so that you get an idea of restricting food in a time period of the day, I think it'll be hugely helpful for you, and I think it will help you on your journey. So intermittent fasting, I can't say enough good stuff about it. I think everybody should try to practice it on some level in their lives. I wish you nothing but the best. If you got a question, drop it down below. Maybe it'll inspire me to make a video. I will certainly answer it, even if it doesn't inspire me to make a video. And I will tell you guys that I am here to help you, and I hope that you appreciate this channel and you subscribe to me. My face is popping up right over here. Click on it. That will let you subscribe. And if you've already been a part of my channel, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.